Amy Schumer and Chris Fischer's living situation revealed amid split. Amy Schumer has never been one to shy away from honesty, whether on stage, on screen, or in her personal life. But now, fans are paying close attention as new details emerge about her living situation with husband Chris Fischer amid reports of a split. Today, we're breaking down what's been revealed, how the couple is reportedly navigating this transition, and why their approach is sparking conversation about modern relationships, co-parenting, and privacy. Amy Schumer and Chris Fischer's relationship began away from the typical Hollywood spotlight. The two married in 2018 in a surprise ceremony, keeping things intimate and low-key. Fischer, a chef and farmer, offered a stark contrast to the entertainment world Amy lives in, and that contrast became a defining part of their story. Over the years, Amy has spoken openly about their marriage, including the realities of navigating a relationship where both partners are neurodivergent and balancing demanding careers with parenthood. Together, they share a son, and much of the public's interest now centers on how they're handling family life amid reports that their romantic relationship has changed. In recent months, reports began circulating that Amy Schumer and Chris Fischer had quietly separated. Notably, neither party initially made dramatic announcements or public statements, a choice that reflects how they've often handled personal matters in the past. Instead of tabloid-style headlines or public disputes, the situation appeared to unfold privately and deliberately. As fans noticed subtle changes, including fewer public appearances together, curiosity grew about what their current dynamic looks like behind the scenes. And that brings us to the question everyone's been asking. How are Amy Schumer and Chris Fischer actually living amid this reported split? According to reports, Amy Schumer and Chris Fischer are no longer living together as a traditional married couple, but the situation isn't described as hostile or chaotic. Instead, their arrangement appears to be focused on stability, particularly for their child. Sources suggest that both Amy and Chris are prioritizing co-parenting and maintaining a sense of normalcy. Rather than dramatic separations or drawn-out legal battles, the reported approach is thoughtful and measured. This kind of living situation, where separation doesn't necessarily mean conflict, reflects a growing shift in how couples redefine relationships when they evolve. What makes this situation especially compelling is Amy Schumer herself. She has built a career on radical honesty, talking openly about marriage, motherhood, health challenges, and personal growth. From her comedy specials to interviews, she's consistently challenged the idea that relationships have to fit a perfect mold. So it's not surprising that, if this chapter of her life has changed, she would approach it with maturity rather than drama. Fans have long appreciated Amy's willingness to normalize difficult conversations, including the reality that not all marriages last forever, and that endings don't always have to be messy. The heart of this reported living arrangement is co-parenting. Sources indicate that both Amy and Chris are deeply committed to raising their son in a supportive, loving environment. That commitment appears to be guiding decisions about where they live, how they interact, and how much they share publicly. In today's world, many families are redefining what co-parenting looks like, choosing cooperation over conflict, and privacy over public spectacle. If these reports are accurate, Amy Schumer and Chris Fischer are taking an approach that puts their child first, and that's something many fans have expressed respect for. Public reaction to the news has been largely supportive. Rather than outrage or gossip-driven commentary, many fans have praised the apparent maturity of the situation. Social media responses have focused less on blame and more on empathy. Comments like, "Relationships change, and that's okay. They're handling this like adults. And putting their child first is what matters most." In a celebrity culture often fueled by drama, this quieter approach stands out. While neither Amy Schumer nor Chris Fischer has turned this moment into a public narrative, what's been revealed suggests a thoughtful transition rather than a turbulent one. Their living situation amid the reported split reflects something increasingly common: relationships evolving, families adapting, and people choosing respect over resentment. And if there's one thing Amy Schumer has always shown, it's that real life doesn't have to be perfect to be meaningful. As this story continues to unfold, fans remain focused on what truly matters: growth, honesty, and putting family first.